Hi, Zuko.
Welcome, guys, to our RCS podcast. Today, I have with me my one and only one of my friends, one of my close friends, who used to be a former, small streamer like myself, Ash Fascio, also known as
Woo!
Ashley.
Hi.
So, welcome,
Woo. Thank
welcome
you for
back.
having me.
No problem. This has been a long time coming. So,
It has.
this is gonna be full circle. So today we got some stuff to discuss. Um, so
We do.
yeah, so we have a lot to discuss actually, which is actually funny.
That's true. That's very true. What's first
So,
on our list, though?
so with the first on our list, how did I come to meet you?
Dead by Daylight.
Okay, that is
It's always
true.
Dead by Daylight.
That is
It
very
was.
much true. Oops,
So I was playing with
my bad.
another streamer.
There we go.
Um, I was playing with a friend of mine at the time, and I think, had come across a nurse who was doing Ebony Mori, I think.
Yeah,
Um, but you were streaming as well, so there was this like three-way of us all trying to help each other, and it
oh,
resulted in I think all of us dying except for my streamer friend, and that was it.
yeah. So that's really funny because that's when I think about that, that's hilarious for the fact that we did play Dead by Daylight. That was the game.
We've gone through so
That's
many patches of that game together,
oh
man.
my
Like it's
god, we were there since day one.
oh yeah,
Since
I played in the beta, or
yeah,
no, yeah, I did.
we were playing the beta at the time. So we came me and when you met me and Dwayne, we came in at the end of the beta. You know,
Okay, that sounds about right.
because that was one of the things. It was fun that we did. Playing at the end of that beta was something else.
Yeah, it it went from being like this like kind of like simple game, and then they're like, okay, well here's a launch, and then by the way, here's two more killers,
Yeah,
and here's a new survivor, and then here's more maps, and we were like, okay, this is going somewhere,
yeah,
and now it's like oversaturated with how many survivors and how many killers,
yeah,
and it's like, I mean, it's cool, like I'm happy I get such a choice, but
yeah.
I mean,
At this point, yeah. So
it's just it started like here, and it's gone up since then.
yeah, it's gone up. Um, but one of the things we gotta talk about is when I worried you, and that really was kicked off our friendship because remember you was really pissed off at me for that. You was mad as shit. You literally deleted me off Discord. It was funny. She like got like I'm honest. She deleted
I
me off Discord. She was so mad at me, and I apologized. And it was just that at that point because we were trying to do some things we were supposed to do on there, but they're like, but
what
um,
drama? I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, but yeah, but it just happened. But that was one of the funny
Oh yeah.
moments. And
Oh
after
yeah.
that, we really became close knit friends.
Mhm.
Um,
Once I got past being triggered over a game, we
yeah,
were solid.
we were really solid after that. And I see Guard join the chat. Welcome, Guard.
Hi, I'm
So
Ashley.
so we had one of those moments where that happened. Um, but
Oh yeah.
after that though, we became like I said, we became really close enough friends. We became almost like we basically family. Um,
Hell yeah.
so me and Ash literally played so many games of Dead by Daylight, and she had moments of me talking so much shit in the game, and every time I talk shit, it would backfire.
Oh yeah. There was never a time where you got away solidly with talking shit without paying for it. And that's my favorite part of playing with you is like we both talk a lot of shit, right?
Oh yeah,
And usually there's a moment where we're both like, "Okay, yeah, this game's going good." And then it's, "Oh, you can't hit me," or "Look at that. Oh, I
yeah,
juked you." And then like 2 seconds later it's like, "Wait, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding." And then Raven down.
yeah. So, but it's even more
So
funny when we
hilarious.
play with my brother as well. And Ashley know my brother Dwayne. And now he talks shit and he gets away with it, and then he chased the killer, which makes it even worse. We have seen this
Yeah,
multiple
I
times.
I couldn't tell you. Your brother's just on a different level, man.
Yeah, he's just something that just we were like, yeah,
Dwayne OP.
yeah. So guard was like, the moment I stop shit talking, the killer gets good.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, like that's like no, that's very good. Like all of a sudden, it's like I think the thing why my brother got so good, he watched so much Pug in his life. And we know
Yeah.
that, and let's be real. Pug was something else. Him and Smexy. As much as like I didn't like Smexy at first, I'll be honest.
I think Smexy's the one I don't like. I've played with Pug, and I mean, I liked him for a long time,
Yeah.
but I think it was a Survivor game I played, and my ex at the time was watching his streams like a couple of days later, and he went back and saw him, and I was like, oh yeah, I know who this guy is. I played with him, and then he found the match where Pug kept trying to keep me alive, and I was a very crappy player at that time, and I
Yeah.
decided to play by myself in a Survive with Friends, and I was like, that's a
Yeah.
mistake. First off, you don't play that game by yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you don't care for anyone.
Yeah.
And I'm over here just trying to do generators and mind my business, and Pug's over here like, damn it, bitch, you gotta live. But then playing against him as killer with you, actually, he like camped basement. He did like all this scummy stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
that we were both like, oh yeah, we don't care for this guy too much anymore. Like
Yeah.
someone who's that good doesn't need to do this.
Yeah. He said me was
But
getting Nia to Survivor rank 1. Yeah. Yeah. I made Nia like Ash. No, at first I was a Sabo. I was a Sabo Jake. I was the
you
asshole.
were.
I was a total. I was a total dick.
That's part of what stoked our first game together was you were out saboing hooks on the asylum map. And
Yeah.
I remember finding you and being like, oh, this guy's breaking hooks. This could go good. And then I was very quickly eating my words.
Yeah. I know, but no. But the funny thing is, remember when I played at the white and I had that lunch pail? And remember I said if I would drop it off 5 seconds or less, we gonna die. I dropped it 5 seconds or less, and we lived.
Yeah.
I wish I could find that game. That was funny.
There's
It
a
says,
few really clutch moments that we've had, and I think one of them was yesterday when we were playing. Was it?
yeah,
No, yeah, it was yesterday with you. We were playing, and I had the challenge or whatever because it's the new Rift bullshit.
yeah,
I was doing the sabo hooks, and I dropped one as you were going up the rock with
Yeah.
I think it was a nurse even too,
yeah.
or it was. No, it was a wraith actually. It was
Yeah.
Bing Bong.
It was like
You
that.
were on your way up, and I literally was dropping it as he came up. So I dropped it, took a hit, and you got free, and he just chased me for.
Oh,
a bit, and
yeah.
I was like, you know what? Worth it.
Yeah.
It's
That's
those
it.
like random clutch moments where we're just like, oh my god, we pulled this off.
Yeah. So now Gar says now I'm a Clyde on a mission to save people and heal myself. And welcome Nano Goblin. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, Nano.
So, but yeah, so we had really clutch moments. Were you in that game when I literally like when I told you guys to leave me and I Kobe'd off the hook and I ran out?
Yes, I was there for that one.
I was
You had
like,
a couple of those. You
Yeah.
had a few of those.
yeah, I was like, yeah. So I was just hanging on the hook. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get off the hook. I said, go ahead, go.
If I'm correct, I think it was an Ironworks map. I might be wrong on that because they all start to look the same in my head after a
Yeah.
while. But you were way over here on
In
the
a
hook.
in a corner.
and over
Yeah.
here by the door.
Yep.
We wouldn't have made it, and so you were
Yeah.
like, just go, and we were like, it's okay, man. We'll come back to you next time.
And I have
And
to
then, like, 2
hydrate.
seconds later, we're like loading into spectate, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, son of a bitch, and we're like, what happened? Sorry, I like to hit this table.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and hydrate for you in a bit. Nano. I have to go get some more water and stuff because apparently I forgot to put water in my room last night before I left. Well,
Even
But-
I remember to drink. Come on, man.
like no, it's not even that though. It's like Nano said stay more. Hold on. Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to get the cup. Hold on.
Okay. So now it's my podcast. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, for anyone who has not played Admittedly Late, I don't know how many people are watching because I'm just a solid face on the other side of whatever's happening over yonder.
Yeah,
I don't even
so-
see the podcast.
Yeah.
But whoever has not played the game, it is very fun. Give it a try, but please just remember it is a game. I spent a long time being mad about it for like a lot of reasons.
Very much
And-
so. You have not you have not seen her mad that you hear the keyboard go off. I mean the keyboard start talking.
Oh yeah, the keyboard has words. I like to give it words. I put words in the keyboard spell.
So
And usually you can tell too when like we're like at the end of the game and everyone's going for their GG, but I always have a mechanical keyboard. So the minute I start typing, I just can't leave it at GG. I'm too
No.
ready sometimes because #Leo. But I'll be typing and all of a sudden they're all sitting here like, yep, there she goes. Just leave her be.
hey, I have heard many of those keyboards. Y'all don't understand. It's funny because it's just be hilarious because when you hear it, you just be like, wait, Ashley? And she just in her own little world, like, oh shit, okay. But
Oh, yeah, I turn into like the hacker from all the movies, just running over the keys. But it's like, the hackers in the movies don't ever
Yeah.
actually do shit unless someone does, and then I apologize. But
Yeah.
I'm actually typing like
Yeah.
paragraphs.
man, she typing the whole paragraph. And
I have
then
stayed in a game after the game, and they've been like, well, "Go ahead and leave then if you're so mad." I'm like, "I'm just gonna
yeah,
stay here and bother you now." And they've been like,
mm-mm,
"Okay." And so I've sat in a game chat with them after a game for like 20 minutes while you guys went and played another, just because
yeah,
I'm trying to piss them off.
yeah. So guard said once I hit Survivor rank 1, once I was vibing. Yeah,
Oh,
but once you get to rank 1, oh, that's where it becomes a pain in the ass.
oh
We,
yeah.
I
There was
was.
nothing fun about being rank one.
It's really nothing fun about being rank 1. Even when I was like even when I tried to get down to playing killer, I think I said you ever saw me at killer with rank 9, and I said I'm not going to 1 because just for the simple fact that I know how toxic we are sometimes. And then it's just like,
Exactly.
but then even when I see friends who play killer, play killer really well, get survivor rank, killer rank 1, survivor rank 1, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, it's a different story. But when I try it, nah, it doesn't happen
Oh
that
yeah.
way.
Because when we play killer, we end up with people that play like us, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
Is I don't want to play against me. I'm not a nice person sometimes. Like I'm willing to stab with the hooks. I mean,
yeah.
I'd like to think I don't want to be a campy killer, but there have been some times where I'm like, you know what? I need the kill. It's for a daily, and you pissed me off, so the circumstances have been met.
Okay, so guard was like, Ash, what the fuck did you just say about me, you little bitch? I have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, etc., etc. And she copied and pasted, copied the pasta or whatever. Oh,
Wait, what? I'm
God.
so confused. What did I
So
say?
no, so basically he's saying what you would say. He's like, Ash was like, oh, the copy pasta meme. Oh, I get it.
What?
So she's the copy pasta meme. So it was.
I'm
You can
so
look it up.
confused. What did
Yeah.
I do?
No, nothing. It's a meme. I'll show it to you later.
Okay, yeah, I
Um.
was gonna say I would love
Yeah.
context to know how I'm insulting
Yeah.
someone. So I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No.
Please
No.
don't
No.
let me know how
No.
I'm doing it.
No. You're not assaulting nobody. He's just talking about how you go off on people probably after the game and stuff like that with the mechanical keyboard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I haven't broken any keyboards, but what it has granted me is the ability to type really fast in front of people at work and have them all go, "Wow!" Like it's impressive. I'm like,
Okay.
well, people ask me, they're like, "How'd you learn to type so fast?" I'm like, "Well, I had a really good computer teacher that just we put like the covers over the keyboard,
Yeah. That's
so
what
I
we
had
did
to
too.
learn how to do it without." Yeah, exactly.
Without
And then
looking.
I was like, also, I had to learn how to quickly tell people that they suck at a game before the game moved on to the
Yeah.
next one. My boss just looked at me and just kind of went, "I'm not surprised."
Oh man, that's too funny. But not like
Yeah.
we also have But let me ask you some other questions, Ash. Since you are here, since you were a small streamer at one point, you did
I
YouTube, of
was.
course. You did Twitch, of course, with me at one point.
I
you was a former mod for me at one point.
So I struggled on Twitch, I'm not gonna lie. I think I tried to get on and do a stream on Twitch. I maybe did one or two. It was a lot more difficult for me to do it on Twitch than it was on YouTube. And then YouTube updated. And then I just remember being extremely confused after that and not knowing what to do because it used to be just as simple as put in a title, pick my my little
Thumbnail.
what was it like thumbnail, pick my thumbnail, put in a description, say what game it is. My kitty back there, by the way, that's Zuko. Zuko,
I like how I like it.
really?
I like how
You're hiding that perfectly?
he like y'all can't see me, but I can see you. Don't worry about that.
That's Zuko. But I just remember struggling a lot and being like, you know what? I I'm good for right now. Maybe I'll stream in a week after I, like put it down, give
Yeah,
it some time, pick it back up, see if it works.
yeah,
I don't think it ever went back after that.
yeah,
There was like a really consistent posting, and then there was like it went from like 8 months and then like current.
yeah.
And then after I moved, I don't have any of that because that was all
No,
stuff that was at my ex's place.
yeah,
I don't have that, but Curtis is now has a webcam. That's what I'm using.
yeah,
So, thank you, honey. But yeah, so I now have the stuff that I could do it again if I wanted.
yeah,
But really, all I play is Overwatch now. I
yeah,
play Overwatch. I hopped back into Dead by Daylight. I play the same stuff I used to play, just not as much.
not as much as you used to. So like I know that kind of helped too with your like cause I know you do Cincy, and I know that kind of help. That kind of help you trans. There you go. See, there we go. Get that
I know what
plug.
I brought.
Get that plug. But nah. But like, there you go. But so it was. But how did that? Because I know that kind of helped you transfer some of your stuff to Cincy in a way that you do it now. because like you said, you do live streams on Cincy, which is crazy because I didn't know that until. So how did that being that small streamer help with becoming
Ooh,
with
that's a
becoming
good question.
yeah, with you know, let me put it this way. How did that small streamer help become what you are on Cincy right now? How did it being that streamer transfer over?
Uh, so that's a good question. And I think what I'd like to say is that I learned very quickly with YouTube. You can't just hop on a stream and be like, okay, guys, we're playing a game. This is fun. I'm having so much fun. Like, no one wants to watch that shit. So I learned very quickly you have to have a personality. And thank God I've got like 20 of them.
Yeah,
So that just worked really well with streaming. So when I first started with Sensi, it was a lot of, hey, come look at my stuff. Look at this and look at this and look at, I was
yeah,
just showing a lot of things but not actually showing my face with products.
yeah,
And that's what I learned very quickly from my sponsor was, hey, you know, people aren't buying your product. They're buying you. Like they want to buy from you because they support you and love you,
yeah,
not because they really think they need this thing in their life. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, that's fair. So then I learned, well, maybe if I go on live stream, I can kind of show off what I love about it more.
yeah,
And that's what's been a lot of fun is now I do like a live stream. I do bingo once a catalog.
yeah,
Um, which is free to play if anyone ever wants to play. There's prizes and shit.
mm,
But I don't. Sensi I know is kind of geared towards specific audiences.
yeah.
It's totally for guys, but I know people don't sometimes. It's different thing.
Well, I saw
However,
that. Well, I saw that Marvel Cincy in there. That I was like, oh, the kind of iron. You see, I'm wearing a.
that is
You see,
true.
I'm wearing a hat. So there we
Marvel
go.
Sensi.
So, but
We got your supply,
yeah,
but it's easy for me to carry over that being a personality onto my live stream
yeah,
because I already know kind of like I wasn't afraid to share my YouTube channel with everyone in the world.
yeah,
Like it didn't like I wasn't shy or anything about doing live streams on my own channel. I think the difference is I do them on my group where it's private more
yeah,
so than on my public page because be doing it in my group kind of allows me to get more comfortable with it before I
yeah,
produce it to like a public level.
yeah,
But because I also know I'm gearing it to specific people in my page, so it's easier for me to kind of talk about it. I can really interact with the audience. It just gave like streaming on YouTube gave me those skills to just transfer it over. But instead of me talking about a game I'm playing and like talking shit with my friends, I'm talking about products I love and sell.
yeah. Okay, all right. And Nano said you should stream again. I'm gonna S word for you. He can't say the word for you as a friend should.
Aw, thank you.
So
It's been a consideration, and it was something me and my boyfriend now talked about like a while back. Like it was maybe a year and a half ago, because he used to play with me too.
mm,
Um, he used to play like Killing Floor 2 with us. He used to play Dead by Daylight. That's how I met him actually. And it was when I first moved down here, it was a well, you could start streaming again if you want. And I was like, well, no, I'm okay right now. Like I just want to get my feet down here in San Diego, kind of figure out what I like to do and what I want to do.
yeah,
And I mean, like I didn't really touch Dead by Daylight for almost the whole 2 years I was here.
yeah,
And it's crazy considering I went out of my way to go get a self-care tattoo with my best friend.
yeah. So
And
yeah,
you
that's
can
it.
see that.
Yeah.
It's
So
upside down, but yeah, you get the
yeah.
point.
So
So I might do it again. It's definitely it's a more open opportunity now, I think,
yeah,
because I can
and
play it again.
yeah, and I think with Cincy, like I said, you were the small streamer. You brought that over to Cincy. You got more of your personalities out. You can bring that over now back to Twitch or YouTube and make it more exciting. You used to be really excited anyway. I used to watch you. The jelly bean thing, for example.
Oh my
Guys,
god.
I forgot
I
what
still
we was
have those
playing.
jelly beans when I freaking moved in here. Oh my
The
god.
jelly beans were so bad. She was like,
So,
"What?"
so for anyone who's watching who doesn't understand what that reference is, we used to play like Cards Against Humanity, Dead by Daylight. But what I would do is I would have a pack of those like not the the Bean Boozled, yeah, it's the Bean Boozled beans where it's like you have the same flavor but two different ones. One's good and one's bad, and it would be well, if I lose, I'm eating one. And
Yeah,
it was like a punishment thing for me.
yeah,
I've seen people do it with like workouts. They're like, oh, if I lose, I'm doing 10 push-ups. It's like,
yeah.
okay, you want to do those anyway. I don't want to eat a bean. I don't like those jelly beans. I have trauma from those beans now.
So Nano said your lighting is on point today, Ravens. Damn, bro. Teach me your ways. Hey, lighting's on point.
I'd
Everything's on
love to see
point
your lighting.
because everything is just done perfectly today. Well, we did have some tech. We almost didn't make it on time today. I'll be honest. I missed it as hey, we got a little technical issue real
Someone had
quick.
a wardrobe malfunction.
There we go.
It
There,
wasn't me.
see, there you go. But but we got it straight. I got it straight now. We still started on time, which is really funny. But So my other question for you, Ash, since you are getting back into gaming, my question is, when did you start getting into gaming? What was the pivotal point, or what was the game that made you want to play games?
I remember this, and I'm either going to be severely judged or no one's going to know what the hell I'm talking about.
No, you're fine.
Um, it was Dead Realm.
I remember that wrong.
Dead Realm is super dead now.
Yeah.
I was so my ex and my brother watched the same YouTubers. They watched like Vanos and the gaming crew and like all of them,
Mm,
and that was a game that they had helped produce was Dead Realm.
yeah.
And so my ex went out of his way to go buy it because he was like, I want to give it a try. So he was playing it, and I remember just watching him like over his shoulder, and I was like, I don't even know what Steam is. What is Steam? And as he kind of explained it all to me, I remember sitting down and being like, okay, this is cool. I think I'd like to play this. I don't like scary games, but screw it.
Yeah.
So I was, I think, 20, 20, 21 maybe. I
Yeah.
was like fairly younger. I think I was working at like Ralph's still or like just starting with Walgreens.
Yeah.
So something where I had a lot of pent up customer service anger that I could put out into games.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. And that's how I met my two oldest friends on Steam are actually going to be, well, three. There's three oldest friends. I've got Rizzy, I've got Emsardo and Abba. Those are my three like first friends that I met. Rizzy would
Okay.
be the first because he's the one that introduced me to actually filming it and putting it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we played together, and then he sent me the videos after. He was like, "Yeah, I uploaded it." I'm like, "I'm in a YouTube video? What? That's
Yeah.
crazy." And then
Yeah.
I was like, "Actually, this would be fun. Let me just record it with friends and see how this goes."
Yeah.
And then it was a slow, not a slow. It was a very quick incline to, yeah, this is fun. To, oh, I can just edit it. It'll be fine. And then I bought editing software, and one thing after another.
Yeah.
I was promoting my YouTube everywhere. I was like,
Yeah.
follow me. It's okay.
Yeah. So okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right.
I mean, for what it's worth, I'm like every 1990s kid. I've played, like I had the GameCube growing up. My broken
Yeah.
GameCube is actually over on my bookshelf right now. My
Oh, that's
dad sent it
nice.
to me last year so we could try to fix it, so I could play Super Mario Sunshine
Yeah.
and my old Animal Crossing because I couldn't get a Switch during COVID
Yeah.
because they all sold out and everyone wanted me to sign over organs I don't want to give away. Um, it was just that expensive. Everyone bought it and they price gouged the fuck out of it. I was like, I don't need it that bad. I'm not gonna pay $600 for it. We're good.
Yeah.
But like growing up, I've always played like the Mario games. I'm a super huge Mario fan. Like I still hold it in my heart to this day that I want to do like a half Mario sleeve on my arm, maybe.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
never know. I'm
Yeah.
a tiny person with not a lot of body.
Yeah. So I get that. So basically, like I said, every '90s kid, everything that's been such, like I said, Mario stuff like that. You like Pokemon too. So I
Yeah,
know.
I play Pokemon Go.
Yep. So I know. So I know that you like Pokemon because you saw my trainer card. You're like, oh, I like your trainer card. So,
Yeah.
but
I love Pokemon, Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64 is like my
hmm
ultimate favorite. Like if you had to pick like one of those like classic games where you're like it's always gonna hold a place in my heart,
yeah.
Super Mario 64, easy.
Okay.
Or
Uh,
Sunshine. That's a
yeah.
good one.
So okay.
And
So
then Animal Crossing. So if anyone plays Switch and needs friends, I need friends on Animal Crossing. Sorry, because Raven doesn't have Animal
no,
Crossing,
I
and
do
so I
not
have
have
to add
Animal
him.
Crossing, but I do got Mario Kart. So
Fair. I have Mario Kart. We'll have to play.
yes. So, but let me catch up with chat a little bit. Nano, like I feel you. My tits always be shaking like a Jello pudding pop. Fucking Nano.
Same, bitch.
And then he said, "I got a Japanese GameCube. I can sell you ass." See, Nano, stop trying to promote. See, Nano out here got that. He got. It's probably a
Wait.
It's probably a Japanese modded GameCube on top of that, which will play both English and Japanese. Knowing the Nano, like if you want something, he the plug that you will want. He will find you shit. I'm just joking,
Believe it.
but nah, real shit. He will find you shit. But that's besides the point. So another question I have for you, Ash.
Okay.
I know you from Cali. We both from
Yes.
Cali, right?
Yeah. Very true.
So my thing is this: you say you like sushi. Where is your favorite restaurant to go get sushi from?
Ooh. Hello Sushi, Fullerton. Easy. I have
Okay,
a favorite down here in San Diego, but
okay,
if you're in Orange County and like don't get me wrong, I'm an hour and a half from Orange County now because I used to be
yeah,
in Anaheim and now I'm in San Diego.
yeah,
I am willing to drive out of my way for Hello Sushi, and I think I actually just made plans to go get Hello Sushi on Thursday next week as well with my friend Travis. Um,
okay, all
I
right,
um I've gone there for so long. I actually went there with CJ. So I went
okay,
there. That was really really fun. I love the place. The manager was super dope. The food's always on point. It's oh my god, I'm
Because,
like really thinking about it right now.
yeah, because you always try to get me to come back out there so we could go get sushi.
Exactly.
And
I'm
she
like, I
is.
mean, sure, I want to see you, but sushi.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. See, that's what it is. She's like, she was going to give you out to go get sushi, and that was the plan that we had at one time, and we never got a chance to follow through because other stuff came up. A lot of stuff came
Yeah,
up. Um,
busy bitches.
yes, pretty much. Being an adult sucks, you know. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
it's just what
Whoever
it
told
is.
you being an adult would be the best thing ever, they fucking lied to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there we
Like
go.
I still don't understand half the shit I need to do in my life, and I just turned 28, and I still don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah,
I go to work, I come home, I know I got to give my money to bills, and
yep.
that's the rest. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Your best friend Bill come knocking on that door like, open up.
Oh yeah.
No, open
He's
up.
like, "Hey, I heard you just got paid. Man, I really need 1,500 for rent." I'm like, "Man,
like, like,
fine, take it."
man, I just got paid today. Like, but you know you got your car note to pay too, right?
Exactly. You're just like, ugh.
But nah,
It's.
but
I mean, there is a certain funness to it. Like, I
yeah,
have realized no one's around to tell me I can't order food at 1 in the morning. Like,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah. So the thing about being an adult is nobody can tell you what you have to do anymore. You figure out what you want to do and what you want. You know what you know. It's like this. You buy what you want. Like half the time when I'm talking to Nano, I'm like, Nano, what you doing? Nano be like, nothing. Like, so if I'm talking to Nano, this is a funny thing. As me and Nano will go window shopping. We be window shopping
oh
about
hell yeah.
95. We window shop online about 95% of the time every time we talk.
Oh yeah, I was on Hot Topic yesterday while we were getting this set
Yeah,
up. I was
there we
like,
go.
look what's on sale, and like putting shit into a cart that I know I'm not gonna check out.
Yeah, there we
Like
go.
I do that all the time. I
Yeah,
have many websites open on my phone just for that.
yeah, exactly right, man. But Amazon be your best friend though, especially when they come knocking on your door.
Um,
Hey, we got your package. Poke your head
true.
outside that door. You be like, oh, for real? But no,
They're
especially
like, oh,
yeah, especially during this time with COVID and stuff like this. It's where we should be like, yeah, I get it. We need to go support our local stores and stuff, but like sometimes it's like you don't have that option, especially if you're like, I have diabetes. I'm immunity compromised. Like,
right.
so I don't go out to the store a lot no more.
Right. I
I
was gonna
do.
say, because in that case, it'd be entirely unsafe for you to,
Yeah,
and God forbid something happens to you, because no one's like, people are irresponsible, unfortunately, right
yeah,
now. Like, people are going around without a mask on if they, should be wearing one.
yeah,
And they actually just sent me a thing from work yesterday saying if you're not vaccinated, you need to wear a mask now, and you need to now show us proof if you are.
yeah,
And like for a long time, I was like, I don't know how people are going to enforce that because that totally violates HIPAA on some
yeah,
level.
yeah.
But this
I
is
do.
also a pandemic. It's not like you're asking me what medication I take daily. You're
Yeah,
just asking me if I have my proper vaccines, which I mean, we did in elementary.
yeah,
It's just to keep everyone safe. So it's like,
yeah,
I get it. But there's still some idiots out there that are
yeah.
running around without it. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, I got the vaccine. I got both shots. Um, of course, sometimes I know when I do. Sometimes I try because I work at night, so I get up early in the morning. So I go before everybody gets to the store and
Exactly.
get what I need and get the hell up out of there. Um,
Because they have like specific hours designated at certain stores now to where like if you're older or pregnant or immunocompromised, they'd like block out that time for you.
yeah,
And I mean, thank God we live in a generation where there's so much technology and so many apps that you can utilize now to
yeah,
make your life easier.
yeah,
I mean, granted, it also makes society, I think, a little bit lazy as a whole because
yeah,
the amount of times I'll look at Postmates and go, this is so much more expensive. I can just drive down the street and get this. And then I
yeah.
go, do I really want to walk down to my car?
Yeah, so yeah, and I get that. That's how it is now, and I kind of see where some of that laziness is coming from. But even with friendship, oh, oh, thank you, Dandy and it's Honey for the raid. I appreciate it. How are you
Ooh,
doing,
who did what?
Dandy and Honey? I got a raid. How you two are doing today?
Ooh,
I
I don't know
appreciate
what
it.
that means, but ooh.
So they're coming in with 7 viewers. I am Raven the Faith. I'm the host. Today we are doing a podcast. We launching a podcast. This is the RCS podcast. Today this is the relaunch of my first episode with Ash Bashio. This has been going so well so far, and I appreciate it.
Aw.
And
Thank you for supporting my friend, you guys. I
yeah,
appreciate you.
so next. Oh, and speaking of that, I need to talk to you two, Dandy and Honey, after this one. I got something I want to ask you guys. So Nano already know what it is. Um,
Uh-oh.
they know Nano too. So that's how we kind of found them.
Okay.
So they're amazing streamers too. So if you gotta go,
Hey.
so go make sure you go check them out. Go check out It's Dandy, It's Honey. They play all types of games. They watch me.
It's Sandy. It's honey. It's Sandy. It's honey.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
I don't know where I was going with that, but
yeah.
yay! Thank you for supporting my friend.
So, but yeah. So they actually watched me do the whole Digimon playthrough. They were there when I did my whole Digimon playthrough.
Oh,
So
oh, that's
pretty
that's
much
commitment right there.
pretty much of every time I had a Digimon, like I say about 95% of the streams they made went they so it's what it is.
Nice.
But so and then it was like let me catch them on chat a little bit because they came in with the raid. They saying hi, hello, it's good. I'm good, my good sir. Hello, Raven. Other person doing good. How are we doing? I'm doing fine. How are you two doing? And then, oh, okay, shoot away. Oh, I'm interested. I love that dance. He, other person, you are wonderful. And it's funny because she actually, her YouTube page is still up. It's Honey, it's Dandy.
Oh, oh yeah. The
It's
YouTube
still up.
page is still up. It's dustier than that book on your
Yeah,
bookshelf that you're like, This is just gonna sit here until I'm ready," and you don't
yeah,
touch it.
yeah, yeah. So it then had said, yeah, man, it was fun. It was a great stream. I remember watching it and thinking it was like Persona 5, yeah. And then they're saying Yoda Nano, Honey and Dandy is saying Yoda Nano. Um, but yeah, she used to be actually Ash she used to be a former model of mine when I was at the end of the J Cash my original Twitch page, and then when I rebranded to Raven the Faith, she was one of my original mods, and she has been
I'm OG, baby.
yeah. She hasn't been modded like I said. She's been busy. She's been working. She's been growing. You know, we all growing up here. You know, growing up
I
from
didn't
Mo.
exist on the internet for like a year and a half after I
Yeah,
moved down here.
there we
Like I'd
go.
hop on once in a while, but I just didn't
Yeah,
play anything, and I barely touched Discord.
yeah. So, but that's what it was. Um, but yeah, but we talking about how we're talking about different games, everything else that we've been through. Man, but me and Ash have really been through some stuff, and people, it's really, really, really a lot of stuff. Um,
I remember calling you one time when I was at work, when I worked at Walgreens, and I remember just being like really nervous and really scared because it was when we were trying to, we had a security
money.
guard, and I
Let's
don't
see.
remember
Yeah.
why. You okay?
Oh no, so it went off.
No, you're good. I figured something popped up, but
Something
I
just
remember
popped
calling you
up.
because I was like, I don't actually know if this is like a real security guard or not. I
Yeah,
remember just being very paranoid, and I
yeah,
called you and I was like, does this at all ring a bell or does this
yeah,
sound familiar?
yeah.
Because you have experience with that, I don't.
Oh yeah,
And so I remember just being kind of like, I just kind of want to have some security that like a friend of mine that's in the field says, yeah, this sounds about right.
oh yeah,
And like you made me feel a lot better. Like I felt safer being at work because I remember just being
yeah,
like, okay, this is a little sus, but then you were like, no, 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 like it's fine. This is just kind of how it is. I was like, oh, cool, we're good.
yeah. So and thank you, Thriller, for the coming in with the host to be host. I appreciate it. And I see Thriller coming in. I see a couple people coming in. Boom, boom, boom. But like I said, it has been one of those days. It's been wonderful so far. So my thing is this. So we have, like I said, you talked to me about that. And I remember calling you one day. It was about something. Me, the
There was a
host.
few things that
Yeah,
we had like it was a very personal like we totally broke that like
yeah,
and I mean I get some people are gonna think this is weird, but I don't think your viewers will think it's as weird as much as some of like my friends might maybe.
yeah,
But like I like having a personal friendship with my friends outside of the games because
yeah,
let's say hypothetically I do disappear off Discord and I just never touch a computer again for
yeah,
like 10 years. I doubt that'll happen with the age we're in, but like
yeah.
I like to make sure my friends are doing okay, so I
Oh
like
yeah,
having that personal friendship outside of gaming world.
oh yeah,
And I've met a handful of my friends outside of, video games. I've met, I mean, like my best friend Gabby. I mean, granted, I met her first in person technically,
yeah,
but I only got close to her over video games, and then our friendship really blossomed into something outside of it.
yeah,
I had my friend Brandon up in LA, the one guy that was up in Modesto. Like, I
yeah,
had a bunch of shit that, like, I I went out of my way to meet people.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so yeah, but that's
so
why like we've called each other about some personal shit and totally broke that like third or like that safety net of the internet, and it
yeah,
was like a hey, like I need a friend and I need you.
yeah. And that's why, and that's what I comes in. That's why I tell people, I say, man, you don't know. Sometimes when you meet people and you don't really get true friends unless you really go out and meet people. And it's only a few select people you could actually call friends, because you have a lot of, you have a lot of people who are out there just to befriend you, just to hurt you, break you down, do whatever, right? But I'm not like
Yeah,
that, and you're not like that. And the thing is, that's what we said. We break that safety net of the internet. We got to know each other. We became really close as friends. And same thing like I do, of course, like I would with Nano, Thriller, everybody who's basically in my chat. Um, I talk to people. I talk to these people a bit on a daily basis, just to see how they doing, just see how life is, because you don't know when we're gonna be coming or going. I just lost a friend a few weeks ago to COVID. Him and his mother passed.
I'm very sorry.
So it's like I said, it's like it's crazy, and we're in a time where I think we need to be, as humans, need to be more kind to each other, more accepting of what's going on, instead of always being at each other's throats. But
Yeah. We just, I don't know where it changed, but we unfortunately went from like, we were part of a generation that was so supportive of one another. And
yeah,
I'd like to think we're the most accepting generation just because, like, we grew up in the middle of, like, okay, cool. So this is what technology was and this is what it is now. So we appreciate what we have. We're
yeah,
also the kids that we were able to play outside. So we know what it's like to be actual friends
yeah,
and, like, have that day to day contact with people
yeah,
and not just be on your phone all the time. Like, we have that.
yeah,
But then we also are just super accepting of, like if someone were to come to me and be like, "Hey, guess what? I'm gay." I'd be like, "As long as you're happy, you do you."
yeah,
Like I don't whatever makes you happy, go for it. Like I
yeah,
think that's what makes this generation so awesome is that we are just beyond accepting of one another, which is fantastic.
yeah,
Um and even with like everything now, like with like just all the issues like the public has had, I'd like to think we're the generation that's really come together and been like, "Look, we may not agree on the same thing, but I still support you and I support you."
yeah. And that's how it has to be. So, let me catch my chat a little bit. Let's see if there's. All right, it says, "Oh, I'm on a different stream. Declare being AFK 10 minutes and landing on another stream. Hi there, at Kono, we rated Raven. I see that. Also, Persona 5, which Phony Words is playing for the P5 Reimagine mod, which is Persona 5 Royal up to SMT and up to 12. Ah, interesting. I gotta check that out. Even though I own Persona 5 Royal myself, I still haven't beaten the game. I've beaten Vanilla, but have not beaten the game. So yeah, so we're just here shooting stuff. But I also have another. Like I said, the questions have been coming and going. We haven't asked. Oh, I got one. When
Oh.
we did Japanese Dad,
Oh my god.
so
It's sad how you just say those words and I immediately know what you're talking about because I feel the cringe and it like swells my heart in a very happy way to where I'm like, that was so funny, but oh my god, that wouldn't be acceptable right now.
no, it would not be acceptable, because it was just so.
Oh.
Oh man, like I said, we've played. This is what happens when you play Dead by Daylight, and things like this happen. This comes up. I get stuck in a wall. The killer keep hitting the wall, looking at me like, "Hey, are you gonna come out?" Like, no, you put me in the wall. So how am I gonna get out of here?
Oh yeah, I got stuck in a corner by a nurse on one game because you guys broke all of her hooks.
Oh yeah,
I remember that she dumped me in a corner and I couldn't move. I was stuck and you guys couldn't come heal me because I was still stuck and she would just smack me and she couldn't take me anywhere because I would wiggle
okay.
free. So I know we've ran into like our fair share of glitches, but the Japanese dad, that was just a private game we did.
Yeah. So
That was oh poor Dave.
yeah. So if you know only P5, you're gonna be dunked in this model. Casual chat. Fair warning. Just watch P5 reimagine model on YouTube and then judge. Well, Um. I started playing Royal, and then of course Pinhead is the new killer for Dead by Daylight. I saw that.
I heard about that. I again not a scary movie fan, so I couldn't tell you who the that is,
Yeah.
but I'm excited nonetheless.
Yeah. So the thing about Ash, she doesn't like scary movies, scary games. I try to get her to play Resident Evil. At least I try to get her to play Resident Evil 5, the action one, not the scary one. but the actual, she was like, no. I was like,
So around Christmas time, I don't know why. I think I had bought the first one for Curtis as like an early Christmas gift, like on DVD, because whoa, Ashley got really retro and bought a DVD. Um, but it started off with one, and then like so we watched all of the Resident Evils that exist in terms of like movies, and we watched the new Netflix show.
yeah,
So I'm actually kind of understanding of the Resident Evil culture now, and that's why I understood so much who Jill and oh god, I'm forgetting his name now. Now I just look retarded. I know what I'm talking about. I promise. Fuck. Redfield. I don't remember his first name.
Chris, or was it Chris,
No, it's not
or
Chris.
was it Leon?
Leon. There we go. Okay.
Well, it's Claire. It's Claire
Claire
Redfield
Redfield
and
and Chris
Leon.
Redfield, and then there's Leon. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I understand like Leon and Jill's presence and what their roles were in the show or in the movies, but like I still just scary movies weren't my thing. Like the
yeah,
closest I think I've gotten is like I went and watched like It 2 in theaters with Curtis because it was a date and I was like, maybe if I buy something food-wise that I can just hold on to and focus on, maybe I won't be so scared. Dumb
yeah.
mistake, guys. I bought a bowl of chili cheese fries and I went to go take a bite of one as I got jump scared and it was the most unpleasant experience. I almost deep throated my throat with a fork. So,
Oh, that's
lesson learned.
horrible. That's
lesson
horrible. And then
lesson
this is the
learned.
mod video
But
about
I
mod.
remember going through a very dark time where I found this channel on YouTube, and if anyone's interested, it is a really good channel. It's called Dead Meat, like your dead meat. That's kind of the name of it.
Yeah,
And his name, James A. Janis, I believe, and he does kill counts. So he kind of goes through the movies and he talks about how each character dies, how they die, and what their role in the movie was, and then he
yeah,
has like stats at the end, like this many females compared to this many males, and um I went through a really dark time and I found his channel and I was like, I never intended on watching the Saw movies. So let me just watch the kill counts. That for some reason just seemed so much easier to me in my head than watching the whole movie.
mm,
No, nope.
nope, that wasn't it, huh?
So Ashley doesn't do gore is the thing.
Yeah,
I don't mind like the jump scares. Jump scares are good once in a while, but it's the gore that gets me. So like Final Destination, was Hostel, like those kind of movies I can't watch because I will get ill. Like my stomach gets all queasy, and then I
yeah,
realize like I'm having trouble breathing for a moment, and I just kind of sit there like in paralyzation. I'm just like, this just happened. That is a thing. And I
yeah.
think what scares me more is the fact that I get that that's so unrealistic. Like
Oh
in
yeah,
Final Destination 3, the likelihood that someone is going to sit in the drive-thru, a car backs up, and the engine entirely pops out and cuts him into cuts basically the whole top of his head off.
yeah,
I get that that's so unrealistic. But the thing is, for someone to have thought of that, the chances of it actually happening are a little bit higher at that point. It's
yeah,
like if you thought of it, it's probably happened.
yeah,
And so that's where it kind of just sits wrong with me is like someone thought about that like the hostel. I know it's I haven't seen the movie, but I know from the commercials I know enough. Someone like they pulled the fingernails off, I guess.
yeah,
Ugh. Like I just no. No. I'm good without it. So that's why like jump scares in Dead by Daylight are a little different because there's like at least there's like the anticipation of you have the heartbeat as the killer's coming to you,
yeah,
or you have like Michael, for example, who you could be doing a generator, there's no heartbeat, and you're like, wow, this is going really well. I'm doing so fantastic. You turn around, and you're like, oh hey Michael. And then
yeah,
it's just kind of a jump scare thing where like he turns a corner and rips you off a generator. I've screamed at this game, okay?
yeah,
Like, and I don't mean screamed like how dare you. I mean I've screamed like, oh my god, I
yeah,
just got scared.
yeah. So same here. You've seen it happen to me multiple times. So, another question I have for you is, I said this. I always say this. We talked about anime. I tried to get her. I tried to get you the anime for years, for years. I recommended some really good ones that were
So
really
as did
good.
you. Like all my
Yeah,
friends did, and I still was just like,
yeah. So, but I even went some that went with the taste that you were looking for. That's how I deep delve try to get her to watch the anime, guys. And then, lo and behold, we talk again. Oh my god, my hero is my favorite anime. What the?
oh yeah, it was. And so I
So
kind of talked to you a bit about it yesterday, how that started.
yeah, about
Because
act.
it was, well, I think the first anime. I mean, everyone can admit the first anime they watched was probably like Pokemon or something.
Yeah,
Um, I think it started with Full Metal Alchemist, but the Brotherhood. I
yeah,
watched it with Curtis, and like he had shown me a meme or something, or it was a video, and I didn't understand the joke, and it was about how everyone just kept calling Ed short.
Yeah.
And like watching it, I was like, okay, that's totally me, but I don't understand what this is from. So we watched the first few episodes, and then it was a okay, I really like this. But the trick for me was it had to be in English. We tried in Japanese, and I lost interest. The
Yeah.
minute I had to focus more on the screen,
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
And I have no problem with subtitles. Like I watch shit with subtitles all the time because we can't have the volume up really high.
Yeah.
But it's not until I think like the anime came in and it was like, okay, this really is a make it or break it thing. We went
Yeah.
through the whole thing of Full Metal and it was really good. And then one day he came home and had a long day at work and I was like, we'll watch My Hero Academia. You said you loved it when we first started dating. Let's put it on, but can we watch it in English? And he was like, sure. So we put it on and like 4 or 5 episodes in, he's passed out and I'm sitting just like, this is so good to where we're at now, which is ta-da!
Yeah. So
My favorite's not even on here either, which makes me sad, but it's okay. I will
so
live.
so that is another thing. That's funny. And I always try to say I always try to say you like anime, but you didn't know you subconsciously liked anime
He
until
was
you
like,
found.
you are a weeb in an egg that hasn't hatched yet, and I was like, yeah, sure, okay,
There we
yeah, whatever you say.
go. So, but that's so. And with that being said, we talked about like I said, you doing Cincy, you doing Twitch, you doing all that stuff. With that being said, like I said, you've done the small streaming stuff. You went, you like you tried to. If you had to pick a moment between, what would be your most favorite time when you stream? What was the most funniest thing you ever think you streamed?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. Um, I think it would have to be. Oh, that's a difficult question. Because I've streamed some good shit, and it's always with different people too. So it's hard to pick just one that I really love. But I think one of my favorite times, not like a favorite moment, but a favorite thing I did, I'll say, was we had done. Do you remember when we were starting to play like Kill Your Friends a lot?
Yeah,
And we went with I had made that little randomizer wheel where
yeah,
it picked our perks and our characters for us. Like it was like, okay, you're gonna play this character and you're gonna play with these perks.
yeah.
I started doing that on one of my streams in like a just a public lobby, I think with like Shpee maybe. Like it picked my character for me and I was just like, well, guess I'm doing it. Um there's a couple towards the end of me really streaming where I'd come home and it was when I first had started drinking a little bit. So I was like,
Yeah.
today's night, I'm gonna drink and we're gonna play.
Oh yeah.
Like I've never gotten to the point where I've been like drunk playing, but I've had a few times where I've gotten really loopy.
Yeah.
And I've never streamed super late at night. It's always been like either in the middle of the day or like just in the evening. Um, and we've never streamed Cards Against Humanity too, because those were always some of my favorite sessions because we just had so many different people playing. So we had like all these different types of humor that all kind of lined up together and just it made it work for everyone.
Oh
So no
yeah.
one was left out.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So
but I think anytime we did Dead by Daylight, because I didn't really stream anything else for the most part. I streamed a few games of like Town of Salem, I think. I would have loved to have streamed some like Civilization maybe at one point because I do love that game. But I think it has to go to like when we played Kill Your Friends a lot. That was usually a really fun time because there's just a lot of people hanging out.
yeah.
Um, or just again like me using the wheel. That's a hard question, man.
Yeah. I
That's a good one.
know. I know what we should have done. We should have they should see our golf for friends runs. That those were hilarious. The golf for
There's,
friends. I think when you pick that little cone thing, you keep knocking me off the.
oh.
You
Yeah,
keep you.
I was a bully, but I mean that's the rules of mini golf.
Yeah.
You don't play mini golf unless you're a bully.
Yeah. True. True that.
That was a good one though. Um,
So
man, that's a good one too. That kind of threw me for a loop. I was like,
yeah.
oh, what's my favorite? Okay.
Yeah. So, but I have
Oh.
but also let's get to know more of Ashley. So, like I said, you originally lived you lived in Orange County. Were you born in Orange County?
No, I was born in Connecticut, New Britain
Okay.
specifically.
Okay.
Um, I moved out here I moved out here to California when I was about 10. My parents went through a divorce and so after like
Okay.
about a year and a half custody battle, my dad ended up winning custody, which like I love my mother.
Yeah.
we're getting closer. For a while, my mother wasn't in the picture, but my dad was
Okay.
just the better choice by millenniums. Like
Yeah.
he took very good care of me, and we moved out here with him and his girlfriend. It was me and my brother. I have one brother,
Okay.
and we're not very far apart in age either. He's like year and a half younger than me.
Yeah.
But we moved to Anaheim when I was 10,
Okay.
and we pretty much lived out there until I was about 2021. I
Yeah.
think. I think I was actually, yeah, I was 21 because I remember celebrating my birthday in Anaheim
Yeah.
because me not drinking at 21, I was like, we're going to go to the park and we're going to play games and we're going to be kids. And everyone kind of showed up and was like, can we just play Cards Against Humanity? And I was like, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I had money I put into like the stuff I had planned. Like I had like
Yeah.
a water gun fight with like color dye
Yeah.
already in it. Like I was ready to go, but
You're
they
ready to
didn't
go.
want that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
people didn't
that's
want to do that though, so I was like,
okay.
whatever, that's fine.
Okay.
Um, But no, I moved back to Connecticut for a little while. I was going to go to school back out there.
Yeah.
And then it was maybe about 6 months into me being back in Connecticut that I was like, okay, I miss California.
Yeah.
So I moved back out to California. And I've pretty much been out here since. And
Yeah.
then I moved down to San Diego literally about 2 years ago last month.
Okay. All
That's kind
right.
of my
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah. Because I met you when you were we'll say about 5 years ago now. About 5 6 years. Almost seven,
I
right?
want to say it's been longer than that actually.
Has it been
Yeah.
7?
Well, let me see here. I was gonna say, if you don't
No,
mind,
no,
I
2016, I think. 2015, 2016. Because I
I
didn't
may
get
or
my
may not be going through my old YouTube videos to find
yeah.
them.
Because I didn't meet you until like the Dead by Daylight didn't come out to 2016, and I didn't build my
Yeah.
PC until 2016. So I was just think
So yeah, it'd be
26,
like
20,
5 years then.
yeah, about 26, 27. I was no, about 25, yeah, 25, 26 when I met you. So even then,
Yeah,
it's been
sounds about right.
that's been a long time. That's been a long
That's
time.
true. It,
Um,
I mean, that's still long considering it's an online friendship too, and we've
yeah,
stayed friends this long
yeah,
considering there has been gaps in us being online,
yeah,
and the fact that I had you blocked at one point.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I mean, yeah, we that's a long time for us.
yeah. But like I said, see that more you got me in trouble.
Oh yeah, that and like the flashlights always used to piss me off, man.
So
But yeah, so that's my journey.
yeah,
In
so
case you're looking to stalk me.
nah, nah. But we already know. Nano said you come back to stream and he got what's called you know, as a good friend should, you know.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I think if I did go back to streaming, I might. I don't know. I would like to give Twitch a try, but I don't know. I still feel like it's easier on YouTube.
Yeah,
It just feels like there's less work in it. Like I don't have to worry about mods, or
yeah,
I also don't know. So I mean,
yeah,
who knows? But
yeah.
it would be something I'd maybe like to try and keep going again.
Oh yeah,
Because I know with my channel too, there was a debate on when I started with Sensi, I was like, maybe I can either make a separate channel,
yeah.
or just maybe do like a little promo here and there in the middle of videos if I do go back to YouTube.
Oh yeah,
So I was like, oh, like I can just pick up a thing and be like, oh my god, look at this, and
yeah,
then like go back to games or something. I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh yeah,
We talked about it, but
yeah.
so it is. I think it is in the cards. I just couldn't tell you how soon.
Yeah, you can have, and that's what's up. That's what's about. But you know me, I've been streaming for years now. Been trying to get my bearings back, rebranded, came back, finally made affiliate last year. Thanks to you, thanks to you and your boyfriend and some other people that I know came in really clutch to help me get where I need to
I went
be.
and Oh yeah, I went and shared your link like a motherfucker. I was like,
Yeah,
guys, he's like, go sub to my friend. It's worth it. He's trying to hit a goal. Go help him out.
yeah,
And I'm lucky I had people who were like, yeah, I'll check it out.
yeah. So, but like I said, so we have had those moments. We have, like I said, we came from a very long friendship to where we are now. This was a long time coming. This was something I wanted to do a long time ago, but I just didn't know how to put it together now.
Hmm.
And I think with me streaming the way I am now, the way I've been, because lately I haven't really been streaming. I've been really kind of burnt out.
Right.
Work, life, everything else. It has been an issue. You know.
It's a much more stressful time now Like
Yeah.
5 years ago, we didn't worry about a pandemic. We didn't know
Yeah.
what COVID was. It wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah.
And now it's, well, I got to worry about every time I go out for COVID. And now we're a little bit further into our adulthood. So,
Yeah.
now there's more bills.
Yeah.
And just we're in different places now than we were before. So it is
Yeah.
a lot more stressful. But even then, like, I know writer's block's a thing for a lot of people who write, like,
Yeah.
whatever. There is such a thing as writer's block for, like, creators.
Yeah.
Like, and people have talked about it too. Like for example, like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, like
Yeah.
they've got so much different stuff that they do. But even after a while, they're like, guys, sorry I haven't posted in a bit. Like, I'm kind of burned out. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really know what to do.
Yeah. And it's had been like that. It's been like, I get it. Twitch changed a lot too, you know, for certain things and makes it a little harder. Um, but yeah, like I said, I've been burnt out. But this was something I had in the cards I wanted to do. I wanted to go ahead and reinvent myself once again to a point where now, this is something I can do on a weekly basis. And I was happy that I got you to be my first guest. I'm really
And
appreciate it because
I
like I
didn't
said,
realize that was your first either. But you
yeah,
mentioned first, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, though. I just remember
No,
being like,
yeah. So this was you being, you coming back because, like I said, I'm gonna launch this series from the ground up. I had already done this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the older episodes and put them as the lost episodes into, on Facebook or something
okay.
on YouTube, on the YouTube page, so people can see the original episodes that I did. But this is just a relaunch because I felt like I was doing it every month. It was me, of course, me and Dwayne. Me and Dwayne got some good topics in there too. We talk about. Um, but it wasn't focused like this. I needed a focal point for this. I had to shift it a little bit because
Right.
when I was working on this, when I was doing the original one, I was just focused on wrestling, gaming, anime. And I'd say, you know what? Let me start getting some guests in. Let me start changing the focal point a little bit more. And
Fair.
I like having conversations. I like talking about certain subjects with you. Like with this is something I would like to do on a weekly basis. This is something I would like because I love to change the focus. And I have reinvented myself from the ground up. From being what
Which I'm
I
very proud of for you, by the way. I'm very proud of you.
thank you. So this was, like I said, and you reinvented yourself as well. Like I said, she started as a small streamer guy that she moved on to something and brought those talents with her into something that she really enjoyed to do. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and plug your Cincy stuff into my description so people will know. So hey,
Ow, I just kicked myself. I got
so
really excited, so I
yeah,
decided to kick the desk.
yeah. So
No big deal.
yeah, so just
But
go check her out because this has been a long time coming. This has been something like we had talked about for a while. I've really wanted to get this off the ground. Um,
I think
so
it was good timing too, just because I think, and it's going to be a really cliche thing to say, but it's something I've really firmly believed in the last year. Is just things happen for a reason. So I think just us kind of reconnecting again around this time when you were planning it, I think that was supposed to be a thing, especially because now that you've told me how badly you wanted to do this,
yeah,
I think that just it aligned up at a time where we're both good for it.
yeah,
I happen to be off this whole week for
yeah,
reasons and stuff, and it worked out.
yeah,
But I do want to say, just a little note for because I don't think I've ever really talked to you much about this, but I started streaming really heavily. One because it was fun,
yeah,
but also like I mean, a little bit more now that we've gotten closer. But I was really miserable a few years ago. Like you
yeah,
couldn't tell from my content,
yeah,
but like I didn't like where I was at. I didn't like my
yeah,
job. I wasn't happy in my relationship, and it was my escape out of everything
yeah,
was, hey, I have games, I have friends, I want to just do this and kind of, it gives me something to go back to and watch even now.
yeah,
Like if I'm having a rough day, I go back through and I'll watch old videos and be like, fucking Dave ran into a tree on GTA or fucking Raven ran his mouth and then look, he got killed. And like
yeah,
it's stuff that I get to go back to and I remember like, man, this really got me through what was easily one of the most stuck spots of my life.
yeah,
And it was just really really good to have that because even in Connecticut when I started it, like it wasn't bad there, but I knew the situation I was in because I was kind of stuck between, trying to stay home with my family or going
yeah,
back to California with my ex, and it was kind of a, well, I know the
yeah,
easy answer, I know what I'm gonna have to do,
yeah,
which because I didn't really want to leave my family,
yeah,
but that's different stuff for a different
yeah,
time, but. that's part of why I started streaming so heavily and doing games.
Yeah,
It was like it was my way out of everything.
yeah.
And so,
And I kind of knew that, because we had a conversation before and we talked long in Discord,
oh yeah, no,
because
you know a lot about what's going on, and that was even before that bad point that I think
yeah,
you're talking about. That was even before that.
yeah,
Like that was
yeah.
when
So same with vice versa. Same with vice versa. Um, because my outlet when I was in my darkest place, was streaming, of course, talking to you, Dwayne, or anybody I had to reach out to. Because I was one mentally crazy at one point. I was really in a dark place. Um, but people just like it's at that point where I think once you said those videos and stuff, those streaming videos, those beating people, talking to people, going back and looking at stuff, that you don't realize that helped you get through a really rough time.
oh
Um,
yeah. And I think that's the case for a lot of streamers too, because very rarely I ever meet someone who does streaming and they're like, well, I thought it'd be fun. And, like my life's really great. And I just had the time. I figured, why not? Like,
yeah,
people don't do that. Streaming's usually like you find someone and it's like, what led you to be here? And it's, I needed money and I really love video games and I'm stressed the hell out. I thought this would be a great way to do this. Or,
yeah,
man, I need some kind of escape and talking with other people online really helps. And
yeah,
there's so many different reasons behind it, but rarely is it ever, hey, I just had free time and I just figured I'd give it a try. Like
yeah,
it's rarely ever that. It's a
yeah,
usually there's deeper reasons
yeah.
behind it. So if you guys
It's
do support streamers and you just want to reach out and remind them, hey, I hope you're okay.
yeah,
Just do that.
yeah, and that's where a lot of that comes from, like you said, just deeper reasons, and it's more so towards like being how we are, being vulnerable. We open ourselves up to the world to show them that
Yeah.
we are something, that we can do something, we can produce something, we are creative and stuff like that, and we're just here because this is an outlet. So, but when it comes to terms of, because a lot of stuff's been going on with mental health. I have a lot of mental health issues myself. I deal with on a daily basis. Um, I started streaming because I was really stressed out. I was really not happy with what I was doing. I was like, you know what? I need an outlet. I need something to do. It's just
Right.
I need to be able to get this out there and just enjoy it. And when I started streaming, that was my outlet. The first couple years when I was J Cash, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it till I rebranded. And then when I changed my name on stream, he wants my bacon. You remember that name?
Of course I do. How could I forget it?
so
Oh,
but no, but still, but when I changed my name, when I became Razor Faith, it really, the rebrand, the streaming, it, like I said, it helped me get through a lot of stuff in my life where I was like, I felt like it wasn't where I needed to be. And as I went through it, streaming it, I didn't really, like I said, I hit it well. I hit it really well. I hit it behind multiple layers of mask that
yeah.
I show.
And that's the thing too, is because you are streaming, it's kind of like you're acting. You're put on a pedestal, and you kind of have to portray certain emotions to your viewers because,
Yeah,
again, like I said, no one wants to hop on and see, hey guys, I'm playing more Dead by Daylight. Today's really sucked. We're gonna play. Like, no one wants to watch that.
yeah,
Like, sure, they care, but that's not entertaining to them. They'll
no,
go off and do 20 other things.
yeah,
But if you hop on, you're like, hey everyone, I'm back. Today sucked, but fuck it, we're gonna play Dead by Daylight. Let's fucking go. Like, that's so much more entertaining
yeah,
because you're like, wow, like, yeah, they're admitting that, yeah, they had a rough day. They're not
yeah,
perfect. That's okay.
yeah.
Look at how much fun they're having though,
Right.
and you're kind of forced to put on a face.
Yeah,
And by putting on that face, it kind of, this is gonna sound a little weird, and this is just the way I think of it, but it almost is like a placebo effect into putting you in a good mood
yeah,
because you're kind of forcing yourself to be in a good mood to the point where you naturally do end up having a good time
yeah,
because you're like, you know what? Now I'm playing my games. Now I'm chill. Now I've got my friends here. Like
yeah,
everything around you becomes great, and it gives you this really awesome like nest to just put all of your negative energy in. Like you're throwing all of it in there, and then you pick it up and you're like, look at what I created out of awfulness.
yeah,
Like this is what all of my negative vibes did for me. Like I put it into this wonderful thing, and that gives you some sense of pride at the end of the day. Like you go to
right.
bed feeling better, knowing my life may suck right now,
Yeah.
but look at what I'm doing. I feel really good about this.
Okay. Let me catch up on chat really quickly. It says, right, I hate when people try to make it look like I did it just for fun.
Oh I didn't mean to call anyone out by that. I'm sorry.
no. It's Nano. I started for the exact reasons. I like money. I'm sexy as fuck and tits 4 days. Fucking Nano. Fucking Nano. I'm fucking dead. I can't.
Nano, they made a new thing for that. It's called OnlyFans.
Damn. So hold on, I'm still catching up on chat. So I don't ever expect to become a millionaire. I like to be able to live, at least be able to do it where I can have a part-time job and afford a roof and a mom. Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Right? At least being able to do it part-time, make some money off of this, have enough to,
Well, and I think everyone knows on a certain level that like you can't get as big as Pug overnight and
No.
make that kind of money
Oh,
without
no.
a lot of hard work or just without it being
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
Like it's not instantaneous. It takes a shit ton of hard
Yeah.
work. People realize that, and so that's why we're like, look, we don't want to be famous.
No.
We just want to have enough of a following to where we get some money from it, and it can either be like spending money or
Yeah.
like this will go towards this bill that I really need help with, and
Yeah.
and that way it makes it to where you have something other than your main job that you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's why I have Sensi. Well, really though, but that's what we'll
Yeah.
talk about later.
Yeah, so Nano, like a lot of it has to do with being in the right time at the right. That is true, and that's very much true. Like I said, Pug came up when we were talking about the beta for Dead by Daylight. He put it on the map just because of how disrespectful he is. Like, let's be honest, Pug can be disrespectful on Survivor. He is highly disrespectful, and I love when he does it. It's funny. It's hilarious.
How he's able to pull it off though, and he gets away with it being funny.
Yeah.
If I tried that, people would be like, Ashley, what the fuck? You're being mean. And it's like, I'm just trying to be like Pug, and it's well, don't be like Pug.
Yeah.
But
so
I think that's also a hard thing too with a lot of streamers now is because there are so many different people out there. Twitch and YouTube are all kind of oversaturated with creators because everyone looks at it as, well, that's easy, I can do that. And so there's a lot of different attentions you have to divide, I guess, if that makes sense. So that's why it's like, at this point, people in our generation have to accept that this is going to be for fun, unless they're doing something that no one else is doing.
Yeah.
Because there's still people who stream Dead by Daylight. I'm sure if I go onto Twitch right now and go mark that I'm streaming, someone's like, there's going to be 5 other channels at least.
Yeah.
And I have to somehow be different than them.
Yeah.
And it can't just be the fact that I have boobs and I'm a female. Like, that's not enough. That won't get me.
Yeah. So, it's just at that point where, hold on, it says, giving Nano another shout out, my dude. And then Nano said, I'm trying to be black as ever. So, okay, so I had this friend named Ron the Champ, right? And so this one Nano was making a reference to. So one day he was streaming, and our friend Jack was there, and Rowan like Michael, a little darker than me, my complexion. So he was like, Jack was, he was like, hey Jack, you blacker than me, and Jack said, wait, what? So it's a funny thing. I gotta find the clip. I gotta send it to you. We have the clip so you can see it. I gotta find it. It's Dennis Honey. Very trust the forefront aspect of something that I focus. Forget the numbers, forget the chase, because with the chase you'll burn yourself out and destroy the passion you have for streaming and gaming. And that is very true. That is very true. That's what I mean. But that's how it is. You can't you can't just come in here. Like, I get it. I'm at that point. Like I said, I was burnt out. But I wasn't burnt out from the chase. I think I was more burnt out dealing with a whole bunch of other stuff and me not putting out my own content and not be able to have the fun I want to because I'm so tired. But
being able to have that outlet available for you when you want it.
Yeah. So, but now, like I said, I'm only streaming on weekends now. I'm only going to do weekend streams right now until I can get myself back on a schedule where I have the time and I'm not so tired.
That's completely fair.
And Nano said I started. Nano said I started dead inside from YouTube, bruh. So I also see where Nano coming from his point with that, but it's just like at this point, man, you can't just like forget about the numbers, like he said, forget about the numbers, forget about the chase. It's just doing it for fun, getting that outlet, having the time to do it, having something fun.
Yeah, because I mean that's gonna drive your followers to want to follow you and share your content much more than, oh well, he really wants to be famous.
Yeah.
And that's really all he does is just do things that'll make him famous. Like, I don't actually like his comedy because then I mean, there's a formula people follow to try and get famous. It's okay, put this in my title, put this as my thumbnail, do this in the video. Like everyone has like steps that they follow to try and get to that point, and it's like, at what point of that is that your own creativity? You're following a pattern. You're doing a step by step recipe at that point.
Yeah,
Throw some sugar in there. Throw some fucking pepper in there if you want, bitch.
yeah,
Make it your own recipe. Does pepper belong in cupcakes? Absolutely not. But you know what I mean. Make it
yeah,
different. Make
yeah.
it your own.
Oh my God. So in chat, no, I was saying in chat. I'm laughing at chat. And so it's Danny Hunt. It says you turned it around, taking in the experience at Nano Goblin. Look where you are now with the Look where you are now with the people you've met and the friends you've made. Nano replies that I'm an electric wheelchair. I can chase for days without breaking a sweat. Fucking I can't.
I mean, you got to change batteries at some point, my dude.
Man, he got plugged up to the wall. Like through, you got that charge, Nano. You got. It's like you can't let it go. So,
Oh my god.
but no,
This year though.
but I like where everything's headed. So let's get ready to wrap this up a little bit. Um, I'm gonna give you the floor. Do you have any questions for me? Anything that you want to ask me?
Do I have any questions for you?
Yeah.
Ooh. How much for nudes? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Um, what would you say? Let me see. I want to ask something good. I don't want to ask something basic, but one
Mhm.
of the genuine questions I have is what would you say is one of your favorite moments that like we've played together in a game where you're just like you kind of sat back and you're just like this genuinely makes me happy. Like it was just that pivotal like I love what I'm doing right now moment.
Oh my goodness. Of course, like we were playing Dead by Daylight. Um, it always comes back to Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Where
There's never not going to be a time where it doesn't.
nah, were you and Dwayne were just digging around that huntress for like 5 minutes straight, and I'm over there just looking in the corner like, okay, this generally makes me happy. This is like some funny shit. And I couldn't stop laughing because I was just watching this happen, mind you, until the random went down. And I was just like, ah, shit. So, but
The random tried to get involved, and we were like, "No, honey, don't. We're experienced." And they were like, "I can do it."
but no, that's one of the moments. Of course when that time when you caught me talking shit and you recorded it, and it was my oh shit when I got caught in the closet that time by leg day, and I was there like, yeah, he ain't gonna find me, he ain't shit. Whoop, ah damn.
Yep.
So
It is almost instantaneous. The minute you open your mouth and say anything bad to the killer, they're like, "What'd you say?"
yeah, pretty much. So let me catch up on chat. It says laugh out loud. Damn, you got me, Ash. It's Danny Honey. You are too kind. God, he said, don't forget when I rescued you off the map in Amaranth for the first time. Oh my god, talking about Final Fantasy. That was funny.
Ooh.
Um, 250 with the Groupon, slightly melted in his Twizzler ash. Just let me know if you want black or white, artistic, where you want the news from.
Oh no! How was that? That was the fan service, guys.
Oh no!
Ah.
Oh god, no!
Ooh.
So with that being said, Ashley, like I said, the floor is yours. Go ahead. Where can people find you at? Because I know you got Cincy. What else? If you have anything out there where they can find you,
Yeah.
if you're in social media, well, I'm not.
So I'd say Snapchat's where I'm at most usually.
Yeah.
That's the one social media I commonly am at. I'm not really on Instagram. I'm not really on like Twitter or anything. I think I will start popping back into YouTube though, so you guys can go follow my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel has not changed. It is still it is Ash Bashio. So it's literally never changed. You guys can go watch some of my old content if you want. My most viewed video on my channel has 11,000 views, which is really impressive for me being a YouTuber with 124 subscribers, and it actually has Raven in it. It was a really fun video from like 4 to 5 years ago when we first started playing. Otherwise, yeah, I have my Sensi thing. If you don't mind me plugging it really fast,
No,
Raven,
you
I'll
can
just
go.
literally
You
15 seconds.
you go ahead and play it. Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Okay,
I said the floor is
so
yours.
Scentsy is a fragrance direct sales company. It is wax and warmers, diffusers, cleaning products, body line, pet stuff, kid stuff. There's a ton of stuff in it. I can give Raven my website if you guys would like to check it out. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's totally whatever is up your alley. But it is something I have a lot of passion about, and I really, really love doing it. It is also commission based, so I do make money off of it. So I'd appreciate it if you help me out. Otherwise, though, that's really about it. I'm gonna start
Okay.
hopping on a little bit more. I'm on Discord fairly often now because now I've hopped back on. So you guys are always welcome to hop into my Discord if you want, or you can hop into Ravens and I'll be in there too. Otherwise,
And
that's about it.
yeah, so
Otherwise, I work for David Spritle full time, and then I
yeah,
come home and oh, I have a he's sleeping under the couch, so you can't see him, but I have a kitten.
yeah. So she does have a cat. Um,
He's a butt.
there we go. So, but it's been my honor to have you, of course. You know, as always, Ash. It's always fun to talk to you. Always good times.
I love you, Raven.
I love you, Ashley. So
You guys
it's
are
fun.
sleeping on Raven. He is the bestest friend. He's one of those friends where you can disappear for like months and like talk with him and just be like, "Hey man, how have you been?" And it'd be like nothing ever changed. It'd
Yeah,
be like you guys didn't even take a break.
yeah. So that's how it is. Like I said, I'm glad that she was the first one to come back for the RCS podcast. This was really a good one for me, guys. I appreciate everybody who stopped by today. It's Honey, it's Danny coming in with that radar. I appreciate it. Nano and Thriller with the host. Oh my God, Guard said. I mean, we were called an old married couple. Damn it, Guard.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
Oh no, not Ash too. Oh no. But no, but like seriously, but like I said, just to make sure you guys come check me out. Everything's below the channel. My socials, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, it's all there for you guys. All my content, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I will be making a new channel just for the RCS podcast, and this will be one of the first episodes that we upload to that
Yeah,
channon for Twitch.
this is a lot of fun too. I would
Yeah.
definitely be down to do this again in the future if you ever want another co-host.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because I have. The question is, I know I already talked to Nano about it. I'm gonna have Nano, the Nano Goblin, also the Tales from the Crypt
Hey.
on for an episode, probably in a few down the line. And then I also want to ask, is Honey, is Dandy, do they want to come on and do an episode with me for the RCS
Hey.
podcast? That's what I was gonna ask them. I want to ask a couple smaller streamers too. I'll also ask my friend Guard. I know he's there. We could talk about Final Fantasy and stuff like that because that's what we're gonna mostly be talking about. So we have, like I said, I just want to get people on here just to open up the channel a little bit, get to a better place in my streaming because I really enjoy doing this more than I do kind of playing the games. I'm sorry. Um,
That's okay.
I bring
Because we can actually sit down and be people instead of characters in a video game for a
that
moment. Like, I
that
mean,
that's
don't
true.
get me wrong, I'm totally down to play Dead by Daylight with you after this if you want.
Oh yeah,
But like sitting down and just talking and like not worrying about
yeah,
what's going on in the game, because you and I have done this multiple times where we'll be catching up, game loads, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, I'm being chased.
oh
Wait,
yeah,
I'm doing this, and then we forget that we were talking, and then
yeah,
the game ends and we're like, so where were we?
yeah, pretty much. So, but if you want to come back as another co-host, you can.
I
You know,
do.
you always are welcome. You know, you always are welcome.
Thank you.
Um, so, but with that being said, guys, make sure you check out my socials below. This will be uploaded on YouTube later this week on the of course, on the Ravens Faith channel. I'm gonna keep it here as well, just so you guys can go ahead and catch up on this. If you haven't missed any of this, you'll go back and see the funniness, the craziness, the stuff that we talked about. I have been the host, Ravens of Faith. My guest, Ashley, aka Ash Bashio. Make sure you check her out. And I will see you guys next time. And Rusty's over here whining. So it's time to actually give him some attention. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Also, it's Danny is Honey. Make sure you guys message me, or I'll message you on Discord. I know I'll talk to Nano also. Also, I got another special thing to say. My brother may be coming down next week or the week after, and we may do a live host right there, and we may bring Ashley back on, so
Ooh,
she
I would
could,
love that.
so she could talk. So her and Dwayne, and then we could tell the stories. And
Just run our. We could talk about how Dwayne gave me the end card privilege.
oh my God, oh Lord, that story. That's for another time. So guys, we'll see you next time. Have a good one. I've been the host of Faith. We are out of here. Goodbye, and see you next week.